if I ask you, how well do you know your family? How well do you know your family history? What would your answer be? And I'm not talking about the family history that you was told. I'm talking about the family history that you had to find out for yourself. And the reason that I asked that question, because remember, I'm in flesh too. I have to deal with real life, real experiences too, real truths too, no matter how uncomfortable. But I asked that question because they don't just sacrifice people in Hollywood. How well do you know your neighbors? How well do you know the people around you, those in your community? Because they ain't just sacrifice people in Hollywood. Y'all think about that for a minute. And while you do, I want to add, the purpose of me saying it, don't wish nothing on anybody that you wouldn't want what you wished showing back up at your address. Man, this is so important, you know, because I have all the reasons. Just like some of y'all. I have all the reasons. Work with me. Chill, work with me. I have all the reason to be angry. I have all the reason to be bitter. I have all the reason to be resentful. I have all the reason for a lot of those, a lot of words, a lot of synonyms that go into that area. But I'm not. Y'all catch this. I'm not. You hear me? I'm not. And I'm here. I say that because if it didn't make it to me, because just like some of y'all, everybody didn't hold me in the regard of love and light and positivity. But I will say, if it didn't make it to me, just like it probably didn't make it to some of y'all, if you here, that means it had to go back to its sender. And spirituality is like mail in a sense, especially if it don't reach its recipient. It gotta return back to sender. Now y'all may wonder, where's Sabu going? Well, if you woke, like everybody claim, we're aware that it's a lot of spell work going on. It's a lot of sorcery going on. It's a lot of magic going on. So I say that to say we're going to see a lot of kickbacks going on this year. See, what didn't catch people last year, going to catch their ass this year. You hear me? Good, bad, or indifferent. You know, we're going to see a lot of kickbacks this year for a lot of people who did things, in most cases, that they ain't had no business doing or the authority to do, for those same words that I mentioned: envy, jealousy, resentment, and, hate, so forth and so on. I say that to say this, family, in case any of those who come over here and rock with me is into that. Before y'all be out here doing magic, doing spells, and throwing your shit at other people, do your research. And while you're doing your research, research your research. Know who people is before you come at them. Know who they connected to. Know, find out as much as you can before we go to attacking people out here. They ancestors, so forth and so on. It's gonna be important because it's serious consequences. It's serious consequences. The law of karma, a universal law, divine law. We reap what we sow, karma, so forth and so on. So don't wish nothing on nobody that you don't want showing up at your address. I keep a lot of things off me simply by the things that I know and my ability to speak the power of word the way that I do. And at the same time, maintain a frequency and vibration of peace. Is it easy? Not at all. And it take a long time to get to it, because where I'm at now didn't happen overnight. Where you at now didn't happen overnight. It take a long time to get to it for those who are trying to get to it, because everybody ain't. But I say this because we at war, whether we recognize it as such or not. And even because your life may not be in upheaval, it don't mean that war is not coming against you. Even though my life is not in an upheaval, and I'm grateful, that don't mean that war not coming up against me, or I wouldn't even be saying this right now. And some of y'all gonna resonate with exactly what I'm talking about. Regardless of the fact, I'm glad I made room. Or shall I say, I'm glad I kept room somewhere in me for love, for positivity, and for peace. Even when I didn't externally see it in my surroundings. And I had to release a lot of things in order to get to it until I did see it. So, some words that could be drawn from what I just shared would be consistency, accountability, and responsibility. See, it takes too much effort. It takes too much energy. It takes too much time. And a waste of time, in my opinion, to use all your God-given power just to cause ruffles in somebody else's life, when you could be using it on your own life to build your own life up, to build your own self up. You know, and it's part of choosing you. See, if you got, see, anybody who on that, trying to throw rocks through somebody else's window, they need to find something. You really need to find something better to do with your life. Ain't no nice ways to, no nice way to say that, you know. Those who are wise know that this ain't no time to be trying to make static in nobody else's life anyway. Karma is real. It don't care if you believe in it or not. If we be real and we be honest, brutally real and brutally honest with many things that we have went through or been through, we should be able to see how karma has played out, good, bad, or indifference. I say that because it's one thing to know your life wasn't easy on purpose. But it's a whole other thing to know and find out or be revealed that on purpose your life was made hard. And for me, it was even harder for me to get to a place where I could thank him. Where it was even harder for me to get above myself so I can get in a place where I could thank him. I don't know who this speaking to or who this speaking for. I'm just saying what needs to be said. Life a lot easier without carrying other people's chips on your shoulder. You know, life a lot easier. And for whoever need to hear it, love always wins. And if you don't have no proof of that, or if you're not the proof of that, let me be your proof. I'm the proof. Love always wins. If you here, may this video find you happy, healthy, and safe. And happiness And contentment is not the same. You know, happiness take lifetimes to get to. And sometimes, in most cases, most people never make it there. They get settled in being content. I did too much to realize that it wasn't me. That lets you know how many fingers been pointing at me. But I did a lot of work just to realize that it wasn't me. Only to realize that it was because of me. Some of y'all gonna resonate. When it comes to our lineage, when it comes to our ancestors, when it comes to prior generations, they gave us all something. They gave us all something. But everybody wasn't gonna know what to do with it. Everybody hasn't found it. Some people discovering it. So forth and so on. But they gave all us something to come here and contribute to the whole. Not whether we use it for positivity or negativity, good or evil. That's on each and every, that's on the individual, you know. But there is consequences and repercussions, good, bad, or indifference to how we use what we came here to do and who we are. I say that because I'm happy that my ancestors chose me. I'm happy that my ancestors chose me, you know, because when I look over all that I've come from, I can't say that I could find anybody that would do what I had to do and then come back and share it with me. So I'm happy my ancestors chose me. I'm even more happy that I was able to recognize and remember what it was all about. What I was supposed to do once I remember. Once I got here. And though it wasn't easy, because we done been through everything it is, I hope for us to figure some things out. We done been through everything it is for us to disconnect us with the own essence of our divinity, just in order to keep it. And some of us did, some of us have, and some of us will. And we still got work to do. Chip, work with me. I'm a voice, I'm an example. And what I present, this is not just a body of work. This ain't just my body of work or part of my body of work. I do this because we the body of work, family. We are God's body at work. And we're working towards the Godhead, our hope. You hear me? I say that because I don't look the same in 5D. I probably wouldn't even sound the same in 5D. But I'm glad I'm meeting y'all here. And the reason that I say that is because the beauty of the internet, for me, is that it gave us a chance to connect with other high vibrational souls, other high vibrational people, as well as low vibrational, that we couldn't find in our, but my focus is the high vibrational people that we couldn't find in our own communities. I met some beautiful souls and came across some lower vibrational ones as well. It's all a part of the journey. It's all a part of the work. It's all a part of this process we call life. Most of all, it's all a part of the victory we're going to have if we're going to master ourselves. So don't be pulled back into old versions of yourself when dealing with people still stuck in patterns that you have outgrown, attitudes that you have outgrown, habits that you have outgrown. situations that you have outgrown. And cleanse yourself off through all the spaces that you move through. You know, don't get nothing on you energetically. We heard the story. We may have heard the story before about the man who was out in the water. I guess he was in a raft or a rowboat, I don't know. But he was calling out to source. He was calling out to God or whatever you know it as. Allah, Krishna, Shiva, Buddha, you hear me? Whoever you know it as, but he was calling out. And then I think it was a tugboat that came. I think it was a helicopter that came. And then it was something else that came. But 3 signs of rescue was sent to the person. And each time it was denied because the person didn't realize that it was God coming through these forces, through these sources of help, through the people that appeared. A lot of us, in hindsight, probably realized that same thing, that when we were stuck out in the water and we found ourselves crying out to something, whatever you call it. And then the help be sent. And when the help is sent, according to our own quirks and idiosyncrasies, or whatever that word is, you hear me? That we have going on within, we resist the help. I know some of y'all identify with that if you're in flesh. You let it pass by. And then y'all doing that now? And my question is, why? Because this time, it came in the form of Sawu. Feel good for no reason at all, because feeling good is feeling God. We're going to place a rose. We're going to place a rose. We're going to place a rose in the comment section. You hear me? 3000 say roses smell like boo-boo. For some human. But we're going to place a rose in the comment section. I appreciate y'all energy, attention, time, and effort. I do want to make mention of this. I don't mind who get into the I don't mind who submit for the raffles. My only request is make sure that you subscribe and place the emojis. I don't wanna shortcut or circumvent the family and soul tribe who be consistent every day, who do tap in, who is subscribed, over somebody that's just popping up and like what I'm doing, like my style, like how I talk, or whatever the case may be, and just wanna jump in the midst. Be subscribed. Place the emojis. That's my only. And then after that, whoever gets it, that's in the control of the universe. You hear me? But be subscribed. Be subscribed to be a participant. And that's all I ask. As simple as that, man. Thanks for the likes, shares, subscribes, comments, questions, purchases, donations, so forth and so on. And with that, that's going to conclude this video, because Sawu, it's time for me to eat, you hear me? Put a rose in the comment section. I appreciate y'all, family. Love, Sawu.